the day is finally here. The day when I can run again. Yes! So it's been 12 long weeks since I have been able to run. And if you've seen the previous video, you'll know that I unfortunately picked up a fracture. So I actually rolled my ankle, I don't even know how, honestly, on a run, and took me a couple of months to actually find out what it was. By that point I'd done part of the recovery already, but yes, I broke part of my fibula. It is the fibula. But we're at parkrun and it is now the return. So today's plan, I'm allowed to do 2 minutes. 2 minutes running, 1 minute walking times 10. However, I think that with parkrun, I won't get around parkrun in 30 minutes with some walking. So I'm gonna go for 12, or just do a little bit of walking at the start. No, I'm just gonna start running. I've set the workout up on my watch now. And yeah, just hope that I get round in around 36 minutes, because that would be what the workout would get me round in. If I need to, like, with the workout, I can even just walk a little. Yeah, I can walk the last bit, can't I? I just wanted to make sure that the workout survived the 5k. And then I'll make sure that I run the last bit in. But yeah, really exciting, and I look forward to taking you on this journey with me, being sensible and just kind of letting you know how the journey back goes. So it could be interesting for anyone that maybe has an injury, and kind of how I take my approach. Obviously it's individual for everyone, and I am working very closely with my physio, who knows me very well, about the return. So we're just making sure that it's sensible, cautious, but just watching the Olympics has got me so inspired, honestly, so inspired. James and I watched some YouTube videos of like previous stuff that we've done, and we watched back one where I did it was like one of my first real breakthrough parkrun PBs, 1918. I mean, I just wish I can get back to that. So I think that might be the target for this year, is just trying to get the parkrun time down as much as possible. Oh, just had one of my clients text me saying, have fun this morning. Everyone knows how excited I am for today, but what time is it? About 8:30. I've just dropped James off. He's going to do his session, and then I'm going to go walk down to meet the girls and listen into the briefing, and then we can start running. Yay! So at Milton Keynes, this is the start line, and then you run up to the canal and then right. But because obviously there's lots of green space here, but because of numbers, we're walking a bit further down, and that's where they do the events briefing, director's briefing, and then they walk you back up here for the start.
Yeah, it's convenient, isn't it?
Milton Keynes and me, Milton Keynes and me. Woo! Welcome back, guys.
I'm on walk break number 9, and probably got about just less than half a mile to go now, I think, but I'm absolutely loving it. That's all I'm going to say for now. So it is part 2 of the return. It's now Tuesday, which has meant I've had 2 rest days since my last running day. I have been doing other stuff. On Sunday I was biking around Draycott Water. We had a running hub social and I jumped on the bike. It was wet. It wasn't the greatest ride in the world, like kind of keeping your head down to try and get out of the wet, but I had the lovely Naomi for company, and of course seeing all of the running hub gang was brilliant. Yesterday was Monday and got up early, went to the gym and did some cross training. So 35 minutes on the bike, 15 minutes on the cross trainer, did a bit of stretching and jumped on the treadmill for 20 minutes to do a walk just to get my steps up for the day. I find it really difficult if I'm not running to do like, I tried to, I mean, it's a bit difficult the last few months, but I personally, you know, this 10,000 steps kind of area, I like to hit that if I can. I'm not meticulous about it, but I just wanted to jump on the treadmill yesterday because I know when I'm at home all day working, the steps just, they don't go up much. I think I left the gym on like 5,000 steps and I finished the day on 8,000 steps. It just goes to show how little steps I do throughout the day. So yeah, now is the run time. We are now doing 3 minutes on with 1 minute walking times by 10. It's nice and early. It's about 7:15 on Tuesday. I'm just going and doing it first thing because I think it really sets me up well for the day. And I just have to be really careful because on Saturday, I was just going too fast because I was being pulled along by a park run. No, like there's been no problem since or anything like that. No repercussions, but I just know that I need to keep it steadier today. So I'm just heading out on my own. There's a nice piece of redway just at the bottom, which is a big kind of rectangle kind of shape. So I can just go around there a couple of times. I've got my aftershocks in. So I'm just going to listen to some music and just enjoy it because on Saturday, like with about 4K in, I just got so emotional. This like a wave of emotion just literally came over me from out of nowhere. And then when I crossed the line and finished parkrun, I started crying. Embarrassing, but I was just so happy to be back. And yeah, it's literally uplifted my mood tenfold. I can't even tell you. And just been watching the Olympics so much the last I think it's been on 10 days now. It's just been superb. I can't wait. Today is the 800 metre women's final as well. We've got 3 Brits. But I have finally been able to wear my new Pegasus. So these are the Pegasus. I believe these are the 38s. And yeah, I absolutely love them. I just love the Pegasus. I've had a pair. Oh, I can't even tell you. I think this is like my 5th pair of Pegasus now. In the last, only probably about 2 years. And I like the original, when the first pair I had, like the 35s or 36, and I just used to wear them like for gym work and like doing PT work. But it's just so different in like the upper structure. I just prefer the structure now of the 38. So I use those for like walking and just if I need black trainers for an outfit. But yeah, anyway, let's get this show on the road and go and do session 2. Woohoo! Oh, it's warm. Alexa told me it was 11 degrees. So I'm halfway through and yeah, I'm like sweating. I'm just trying to really control it today because it's really easy. Like when you start running again, you're just really excited. But no, just trying to control it, take it easy. Session done, and that felt amazing, like zero pain whatsoever. On Saturday I was like really worried, and I think I had a lot of kind of thoughts in my head that I was going to feel stuff, so I kind of like was expecting to feel something, and I had a few twinges, but like it was more so in like the other leg. But I think that was just the fact that I hadn't run in 12 weeks. It was a completely like new movement pattern for my body, so it was a bit like whoa. But today felt great. 3 minutes running, 1 minute walking, 10 times, so just about 40 minutes, covered just over 4 miles, which is great. The running paces, I was like really trying to hold myself back, but it felt good. It wasn't like super easy, but I was just trying to like run well, if that makes sense, like run efficiently. And obviously, yeah, my fitness is going to be lacking slightly at the moment, but having those walk breaks just makes it, because I think if I was to try and go out for a sustained period of time, say even like 10-15 minutes, it would feel so much more of a struggle. So this just makes it manageable and fun. So yeah, I'm gonna go home and stretch, recover well before, and then text my physio and find out what the next session's gonna be. Coming to the end of the session. What session is this now? I think part 5 of the return. I've got about a minute, 90 seconds left, and I'll update you what I've been doing today. Not sure why the sweat has just come out this way. Must be where the top was sat whilst on the run. But we are now on part 5 of the return. So it's Monday, something like the 7th of August. I've probably got that completely wrong. But maybe 9th? I don't know. But we are about 10 days into the return of running. So I haven't really updated what's been going down. So let's do a quick recap. The first run was park run, 2 minutes on 1 minute recovery, times by 10. The second run was on the Tuesday morning. So I'd had a good couple of days rest in between. And that was 3 minutes, 1 minute times 10. Then on Thursday evening, I was joined by Naomi. We'd been to the gym and we did 4 minutes, 1 minute walking times by 8. And then on Saturday at park run, I did 5 minutes running, 1 minute walking. I was meant to do that 7 times, but I got to the end of park run and I think I'd done about 5 lots of it. And I basically, with the running parts, I just found that I was running faster because I had that walk recovery and obviously being at park run. So today is now Monday, and today was 4 by 1 mile with 90 seconds recovery in between. And so I think the idea of today is obviously, you know, I've been doing 5 minute blocks and that's been fine, but if I've like step it up to a mile, it just means that I can slow the pace down, and which I did, but I'm still like unfit and it's warm. So the miles were like around 8:50 on average, I think, and then 90 seconds recovery in between. But things are going well. There's been 0 pain. I've been having to wait for the day after to see if there's any reaction. There's been none in between the days. I have been at the gym doing the cross trainer, bike, strength work, just to keep ticking over and just to build the aerobic volume that I'm lacking in the miles that I'm not doing. So I'm working hard in between, knowing that every session is going to help me out towards that bigger picture. And when mileage starts to lift, I'll be able to cope with the demand. But just loving it, really grateful to be out, although it is not feeling super easy, but it's the way how it goes because I had 12 weeks off. What to expect? But it actually felt a bit better than what I thought it would. I thought it would be horrendous and quite soul destroying, but I've just been loving it. So no, all good. And then yeah, I'll do a couple more updates. Hopefully we'll get to 5k in a block quite soon. Totally forgot to film anything from today's session, but I am at my favourite Woolen lake. I won't be doing park run here this week, so I thought I'd come up to Woolen. But anyway, I wanted to change the scenery, so I dropped James off at work, and then it's like a couple of minutes away from his work, so I'll be coming here. Today's session was 3 lots of 10 minutes with 2 minute walks in between. It was good. It was hard jumping up to like 10 minute blocks now. Yeah, and it's a lot harder than it should be. Pace was like 8:45 to 8:50. Now I probably could like try and slow it down, but it just feels efficient to run like that. Like I'm feeling strong, but obviously just cardiovascular fitness is trying to catch up. And no pain again. I must admit the ankle felt a bit achy, but Monday was 1 by 4 mile. Yeah, Monday was 4 by 1 mile. So yeah, I've just felt a little bit of achiness. Rudy said that I would sometimes feel that, and I jumped from 5 minutes then to like about 9 minutes blocks. And today the most painful thing was my glutes. On Tuesday night I just wanted to do something different, so I went and did a class. Wednesday morning went to the gym with Naomi. We normally go Thursday nights, but I can't. It's Thursday today and I can't do tonight. And then taught core last night, and we do some strength stuff in that, so my glutes are like, they're aching big time, but it's all good. It's all good. And what was I going to say? But yeah, the class on Tuesday was legs, glutes and core, and that's probably where the glutes started. And the instructor, when I went in, she was like, what, you haven't done this class before, have you? I said, no. I just wanted to mix it up today. She said, what do you train in the gym? And I was like, oh, a bit of everything really. Obviously, you know, cardio and weights. And she's like, have you done squats before? I was like, yes. And then I started and she was like, oh, okay, you need heavier. And then some guy was looking at me and he's like, how can she do that? And she said she's got a good core. I was like, yes. And then she said, do you lift weights? I was like, yeah. So that was a good boost to the ego. But back in the car, there was lots of people out cycling and walking on the canal pathway. So I felt a bit silly in front of them at just before 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, run done. Tomorrow's Friday, which will be a rest day, or I'll also be teaching strength class in the run hub first thing. And then hopefully I'll speak to Rudy and hopefully can go and do park run on Saturday. We should be doing some tourism in Portsmouth. Sammy wants to go to the seaside, so we're off to Portsmouth. And I'm not sure if it'll be too soon to try and do the full 5k, because I just did 3 by 10 minutes with 4 lots of walking. Obviously I walked back to the car after that, but I just stopped the workout after the last 10-minute block. So we'll see. I covered over 3.5 miles, so maybe try and do full 5k or just do the 5k in 2 blocks. But anyway, I will speak to Rudy and see what he advises, and we'll go from there. If anything, I do know that just doing 5k in 1 block is going to be tough. But I'm just excited for the return. Like, I'm already thinking like long term and how far I want to try. Yeah, I'm just going to try and get as far as I can by the end of this year to put me in a good block for training in 2022. Wow, mad to say it like that, but time to get home, shower and crack on with the day. Hello from, I would say sunny, but it's not, sunny Southsea in Portsmouth. So we're doing some park run tourism today at Southsea. Sammy's choice. Apparently it's hopefully going to be a flat course, and Sammy wanted to team it up with coming to the seaside. So today's the day that I can do my first full 5k. The guides have gone for a warm-up, so I am just waiting for them here, just enjoying being by the water. I don't know what it is about being by the water, but I just love it. So this is now 2 weeks since the return of running, and I can now do my first 5k. So it's just been about gradually progressing the time intervals with the running. You know, not experienced any pain. However, the last couple of days there's been some like aches, but Rudy told me that was going to be normal, so I'm just keeping an eye on things, and I think I'm probably a bit more conscious of what's going on. But I am booked in for a massage next Tuesday. He said that it'll be good for the calves. But yeah, just here we are. So yeah, thanks for following on the last couple of weeks what I've been up to. It's been a lot of just me talking to the camera, updating you what's been going on. But yeah, if you're returning from running, just take it slow. Time intervals, short intervals to start off with, and just build up progressively and cross train in between. So yeah, it's been working so far. So we've got about 25 minutes until the start. Hopefully the guys will be coming from that way on their warm-up. Hey gang, so this is the final update of this video. It's been a lot more kind of just sitting down, chatty updates with how training has been going. But I am now 2.5 weeks into training, and the weekend just gone, so that would have been 2 weeks since starting running. I did my first 5k, that was at the park run, and then on Monday night, so that was 2 days later, I then went out with our neighbours. There's a group of us that either run or have run, so James has set up like a little club for down the street. So there was, how many of us? 5 of us that went out and did 5k. Was a bit slower than park run, but it was still fairly pacey. One of our neighbours was like, I think he was on trying to get PB, but I think that was about 8:30 average pace. So it wasn't like Still struggling with like pushing the pace a little bit. And it doesn't feel as, it felt easier at parkrun, if that makes sense. But anyway, so two 5Ks done. This is now Wednesday that we're recording. Yesterday was Tuesday and I went to go and see my physio for a catch up. I've had like zero pain throughout the process, which is really good. So my physio is like, any sort of signs would be if like straight after a run you've got pain, or you might not necessarily feel it on the run, but afterwards, or you're limping or struggling to walk, that kind of thing will be a sign of like regression. He said that there would be normal aches in the area because the bone is probably still healing, and also you know, I have not been active for 3 months in the sense of like walking and running, so naturally all of the muscles, tendons, ligaments, they're being used again, and they've not been used to that. So when like the first couple of runs, my calves were like screaming at me, but yeah, straight away after I had the massage I felt amazing, which was really good. So the plan is now over the next couple of weeks, like after every run, my physio and I were just chatting and talking about the next run, but obviously I can't be bugging him all the time about like, what's my next session, what should we do. So the plan is now is I can run 3 times a week. We're still not doing back-to-back days, so still leaving gaps in between the runs, and the idea is to build the duration of the runs and build the intensity before then building the volume. So I can run 2 5Ks a week. This might only be for a couple of weeks, but the plan is for the next couple of weeks, 2 5Ks a week, and these can be a bit pacier. So it's up to me if I want to go easy, or say for example in my park run I can push the pace slightly, not all max out effort, but just to kind of get some speed back in my legs, get the legs turning, get the lungs working well. So that's the plan. And then a third run of the week, it doesn't have to be a weekend, it can just be during the week, and build up the mileage by half a mile or a mile each week. So I have done 5K now, so I'm going to go out tomorrow and do 3.5 to 4 miles and just see how I get on, and then the next week 4.5 to 5 miles, and so forth. So just build that up. So yeah, it's good progress. We've had a good couple of weeks. So yeah, like if you are returning from injury, just you've got to be really patient, build things slowly, don't jump straight back into your running training like you were training before. Add the load on with like strength training and cross training, because that's really useful. And you know what, doing all of the training that I have for the last few months has been a godsend. Like I didn't think I'd be able to run a 23-minute park run at the weekend, but I have been able to because of all the other work that I've been doing. So I've been working hard, making sure that I can get back safely and sensibly, and just looking forward to the next few weeks now. At the end of the month, so bank holiday weekend, I've got a 5K at Dorney Lake, so I'm going to just go and see, like obviously try and get close to like 21 or 22 minutes, see if that's possible, gives me a good benchmark. And then unfortunately got some really bad news yesterday. So we're due to be doing the London Marathon this October in 2021. I'd qualified with a good for age place. Now unfortunately they've just released the rules and I cannot defer that place until 2022. There's no reason why, but they're just saying that you can't defer it, you have to re-qualify for the race. The qualification time for next year is the 1st of January 2021 to the 31st of December 2021. Now I think that's slightly unfair because there hasn't been, you know, the start of the year we were in lockdown. And then the reason why I'm having to defer is because I've had an injury. I'm not deferring because I just don't want to do it. So how can I try and qualify for a race that I haven't had the opportunity to qualify for? But anyway, London Marathon set their rules. So London Marathon is out for a couple of years. So I'm just going to have to hopefully qualify for 2023. And if I do, that will be 4 years since I last did it. Like yesterday, I was just really upset. I was crying. I was in a really bad mood. I'm fine today. I'm still quite annoyed, still quite frustrated. And I am allowed to be for a while. But I'll get over it at some point. So I'm just going to have to, it's a shame because I just was really looking forward to next year and that being part of my race calendar. However, I've just spoken to my mum and she's like, there's so many other more marathons. I mean, it's easy for her to say that. But for me, London's quite a big thing. But she is right, there's other marathons. I have actually got a place for Boston, which I deferred from this year when I couldn't do it because of hurting myself. So again, injury, cutting back 2 marathons. Injuries just suck. But we can devise a new race calendar, we can find some other stuff. And yeah, this year is just about getting some speed back in my legs and seeing what I can do over 5k, 10k and potentially half marathon by the end of the year. But who knows, we'll just take it week by week as we are for now, and just go from there. So what's coming up in the next few weeks, we've got the big half this weekend, so hopefully going to do a little bit of a video on that and supporting and cheering. The 5k at Dorney Lake, and then in September James and I are hopefully off to Cyprus to see our wedding venue, so might bring you along for that as well. So yeah, good couple of weeks coming up. For once I've put my phone on loud when I should have. I put it on silent, never have it on loud either. But yeah, so thank you for listening to my rambles and my waffles, and come and join us over on the Running Hub community on Instagram. Follow us or follow my other account, run_with_coach Katie. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.